Welcome back to MOV Movie Talk, and we got Cam, got Connor, and I'm Cody. We're glad to be back. We've been on a long hiatus. We got college kids, we got people buying houses, kiddos, other people buying houses. It's been a long time coming, but we're happy to be here, and
We're so back.
we are so
We're
back.
so back.
Nice to be here. Got a little new setup. It's a work in progress. Bear with us, but we're just glad to be here. It's been fun, so we couldn't just give it up. How you been, man?
I've been good. Bought a house back in March. Also had to buy a new car. Had someone turn in front of me and totaled my old Acura. And
But you're here and you're alive and you're doing podcasts.
I love the new car more than the old one. So it's actually, I'm kind of glad they blew me in the face with the airbags.
There we go.
Yeah. What about you, man? How's college?
Hey, it's good. Getting ready to go back here in about 3 weeks, but got a year and a half left. So
We're gonna keep this up though.
That's right.
All right. But we're gonna kick things off with a Barbie and Oppenheimer review, and then we got some other things in store. We'll do those separate videos though. So you guys want to get started?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Cool. We're gonna start off with Barbie. Came out a month ago? I think June 16th.
June 21st is when all this came out.
July 21st.
Yeah.
July 21st, directed by Greta Gerwig. It has Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling and a whole slew of cameos and other people. It's the Barbie doll come to life. Can we get your initial thoughts on it?
Thought it was good. Really funny, which I expected after seeing the first few trailers.
Yeah.
More like a fish out of water type comedy. Obviously, you got my guy in there, Ryan Gosling, so I'll be there anyway to watch it.
Your man.
But yeah, definitely funny, good movie. Just all the basic things like well directed, all that. Obviously, production design, pretty
Standard.
Yeah.
What do you think from a filming aspect of it?
The art style was definitely
Different.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
How did you feel about like the they made it like a dollhouse,
Oh yeah,
like in Barbie world, it felt weird.
Yeah,
because it was not like I thought the transition was kind of nifty.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of there being two different worlds between the two, instead of it just being both mashed into, one world. But that was the only thing I kind of felt lacked, was the transition between the two.
You mean the pony ride or whatever?
I feel like there could have been something a little bit cooler than that, and so rather than just like, hey, let's just drive there.
Yeah. You needed a space portal, maybe.
Yeah, something like. But then again, it's a Barbie movie, so it doesn't really have to make that much sense, I guess.
That's how I'm feeling on it.
But yeah, I don't know, just the CG in it was definitely interesting.
I think it kind of lacked there, but I mean, that's not what I was there for.
Yeah.
I was there for the comedy, like you said. It didn't hit every time for me, and again, Will Ferrell played Will Ferrell, and that is what it is. But Ryan Gosling stole the show for me.
Yep.
And I hate to say that being a Barbie movie, and it's supposed to be the women empowerment, which it hit on that. There's a speech in it by America Ferrera. She's not a Barbie.
No, she's just like, she's the mom of a girl that playing with Barbie.
Yeah. Her speech in the middle, I thought was really greatly written. If that's a sentence.
Yes.
Back into the English language here. But still, Ryan Gosling playing the dumb ditzy Ken. Was my highlight of the movie.
Yeah.
You got any highlights over there from what you've seen?
I mean, I really thought his whole just his whole encounter in the real world, like when they go to the real world,
Yeah.
and he's at the school asking for the books, and he's at the hospital talking to the doctor.
Patriarchy.
I just thought his whole like transformation, I guess, kind of like obvious satire, and it was just hilarious.
Yeah.
And his delivery is so good. I mean, he's so funny.
He's an Oscar winner.
Yeah, he's an Oscar winner. He also has he won one?
Or nominated.
Nominated, but he's also just funny. Like
Yeah.
The Nice Guys. And he got movies hilarious.
That's why he was casted.
Yeah, perfect casting.
How'd you feel about Margot and her performance?
She was the
Barbie.
Barbie. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot you don't know actors.
Yeah,
as
I don't
well
really
as
pay
She
a
was
whole,
lead
whole lot
Barbie.
of
lead
attention.
Barbie.
No, I think she was perfect for it. I definitely had a crack, or like the joke that they made for. I think it was a moment where she was supposed to be ugly, but then
Yeah,
the writers
yeah.
narrated over top.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Like, this is the wrong actor choice for that, but
You want somebody to be portrayed as ugly? I don't think you should cast Margot Robbie.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think she did beautifully in her role. I'm not a huge fan of Will Ferrell, but I think he fit well in this one.
I think he played the white man empowerment or not empowerment, white man in power guy correctly.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think
know
he
what I mean?
fit well for this one. Again, Ryan Gosling, yeah, he definitely stole at least a few parts of the film for me. And I think my favorite scene with him was either the part where I can't remember. It was a lady who asked him what time it was at the school. I think.
I remember.
Yeah.
I think it was at the school where a lady asked him what time it was, and he was stoked about that
Yeah, I do
Because
remember
he was
that.
being
because someone gave him attention.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it was greatly written, and it's hitting. I think I got the text today from Carrie. It has hit $1 billion.
Has it?
It did. So
Yeah.
it's a box office success. Man, I gotta work on my talking again. It's a box office success, and I gotta give kudos to Connor. He called it. I thought it was gonna be kind of a flop back then, before I saw any footage. To be fair,
Yeah.
but after the footage came, I was like a little more excited, and then the fact that it came out same night as Oppenheimer, it became a whole phenomenon.
Cultural phenomenon.
Cultural, yeah. And we just had to do it. It was the first time I've been to 2 different movies in the same day, and I don't know how many years.
Say, how was that watching both in the same day?
I mean, we got up, we ate breakfast, watched Barbie, got out, ate dinner, watched Oppenheimer.
What a
went to bed.
day. What a day.
It was a day. I think we did it in the right order because I enjoyed both. I think if I did Oppenheimer and then went to Barbie,
You would have enjoyed Barbie less? Or,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I technically did the second, but I did it on 2 different days.
Yeah. But, I mean, some people aren't as cool as me. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. You probably didn't have time with your life.
Yeah. Pretty busy.
Pretty busy guy.
Yeah.
But let me see. Any other pointers here? What did you score it?
I gave it, I mean, I went pretty, for me, I mean, 80s, like 80, 86, 87.
86, 87?
So I was going to give it an 8 too.
An 8?
Yeah.
I guess I'm the lowest. I had a few moments where I was kind of bored or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm more harsh, I guess, but I gave it like a 7.6. Yeah, I think I see myself watching it again.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
could
think it has
definitely watch it again.
rewatchability?
Yeah.
Then I think it did its job. I don't want to get into the politics about it.
No.
Not really.
I guess the
I
only thing
think
to
it's a
say
good
is
idea.
probably we're not the group that,
that should talk about that. I wanted to bring Carrie and Kaylee on
yeah.
for this as well, but again, we're adults. We have crazy lives, and it just didn't happen that way.
Did Kaylee have any like highlights of what like she thought about
I
it?
just
or-
know they both really loved it.
They
The
did.
message it talks to or gives out to girls moms,
Yeah.
teenagers. I don't think this movie was made for anyone under teenage years.
No, I agree with that.
And
Yeah.
it had some pretty vulgar jokes in it, which you can explain to kids, but I don't think it's necessary. But they both appreciated the message it gave out to women. And again, America Ferrera's character gives that speech, and my wife resonated with that really well because she's a mom with 2 kids. And
I thought it was a great speech. And what I was saying a minute ago was like the group that they're kind of poking fun at with the Kens. 3 of us don't really fit that. So
yeah, I don't think I'm a kid, but I'd like to be Knuff.
yeah, big enough. Yeah, nice joke.
I knew one was eventually coming.
You got to bring it out eventually,
I had
right?
to. I'm the corny dad now, so
Like it.
That's fine.
Do you think we get a sequel?
Looks. I mean, yeah, it's gonna get a
The
sequel.
Barbie?
Yeah, there's nobody signed on, but it just hit $1 billion.
It's gonna get a sequel, and then
Yeah,
I saw a report that Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie both said that it wasn't in their contract.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if they want to come back, I'm sure they could get them.
Do you guys think it needs a sequel? What do you think of the
Thinking
movie?
it's
Does it need
gonna
one?
get one.
Yeah,
Just the cast is who it might change, but it's gonna get a sequel.
I don't want it to change completely.
It's gonna make. I mean, it's gonna probably make 1.5.
Think
It's already a billion.
1.2,
Came out a week and a half ago.
a lot of money for a movie about a doll.
Yeah,
But
came out 2 weeks ago, I guess. But it's making
2?
a lot of money
3.
too.
Have the Barbie sales increased since
They
then?
have.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was a big marketing thing as well.
My wife.
A lot
went
of
to the
product
store
placement,
and it's
actually.
just-
Now that I remember, a lot of product placement in it. If you didn't notice, during like that chase scene, everybody was driving Chevys.
No, I didn't.
They were all driving Chevys.
You attention to detail, man. Well, I'm paying attention to the wrong shit.
No, the shit. What was the name of the corporation again? Mattel. Yeah, everybody from Mattel was driving the Chevy, I think Suburbans or Broncos, maybe. And then
Got me.
the girls were driving like the car that Barbie was in. They were driving some kind of newer.
There's an ad about that. There's a commercial with that exact scene in it.
Yeah.
Has a scene
is
of her
there?
getting out of the car.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember what that.
There's so
it
many
looked like an electric
commercials
car.
with Barbie.
Okay,
in it.
actually, now that I mentioned the CG was good. I remember the CG for the vehicles was horrible.
The chase scenes.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was kind of wonky. But again, I don't think that's what this movie was going for either.
No.
So they didn't use their budget there.
What do you think are any chances for like Oscars?
Oh yeah.
I think Ryan Gosling probably gets one.
I just don't see how if they put Gosling as supporting, I don't see how they can't put Margot.
Yeah,
She did
unless they
incredibly,
but they could view her as the lead, and if the lead's more stacked, it wouldn't be like it's an unfair for Gosling because that's how it would be. I think she'd be a lead,
She'd
and
have to be,
Ryan
yeah.
Gosling would be supporting. That's what I'm seeing. I think that's how they're gonna probably market it.
What's the like screen time ratio for you to get a lead or a supporting?
I'm not sure. I think it's like I don't know.
I don't either. But I can see your point on if she's a lead, then she may not get nominated.
Because it reminds me a lot, very similar to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Leo and Brad Pitt.
They had to be supporting.
But Leo was lead. He was nominated for lead, and Brad Pitt won supporting. So
That's
it could be a really similar scenario there.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean. I don't think she'll get a lead nod.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I don't think that would be any kind of like issue or like unfair thing if she was pushed for lead and didn't get it.
We don't think so.
Yeah,
But it could be.
If Ryan Gosling, it's gonna be hilarious because if Ryan Gosling gets nominated, he's probably gonna be up against a guy in the next movie, and it's kind of funny that 2 completely different movies are gonna have 2 guys competing for supporting actor. I don't think it'll be a competition personally. We'll get into that later, but
We'll get into that. I actually think a lot of people are getting nominated in the next movie, which is Oppenheimer. One of the most anticipated movies of my lifetime.
Mine too.
Because it's my favorite director, one of my favorite actors, and it's an interesting story, especially with like the case of American history.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer is directed by Christopher Nolan. Stars Cillian Murphy and about everybody in existence, but I'll go with Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, Josh Hartnett are all part of it. Mostly more than other people. And it's about J. Robert Oppenheimer, or is it Robert J?
Robert J.
I think it's J.
Oops.
Robert.
No, it's J. Robert.
Is it J. Robert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always went by Oppie. The creator of the atomic bomb. That was my child's.
Something
Nice.
just died.
It is just about his life. It's almost a biography, but told through. So, did you guys notice the black and white scenes is RDJ's perspective, right?
Yeah.
His character's perspective.
Yeah, you told me that after, so that makes sense.
That's just what I took. I didn't read into it at all, but I thought that was interesting near the end. So I don't know how to. It's not a biography, but it's a character study. Is what I read mostly, and it's one of my all-time favorite movies now.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think we all three would agree.
Yeah. So what are your highlights from this movie that makes it so high on a pedestal? I just messed it up.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is all the performances. Everyone. I mean, every character that comes in, whether it's just a small, tiny role,
Yeah.
to obviously the lead with Cillian or Cillian.
Killian.
Cillian Murphy are, I mean, excellent performances. That's a highlight there. It's a loaded cast, so you expected that, but I just think their performances were even better than I could have thought, even everybody's.
Yeah.
I thought, obviously, it's just something no one can do, man. Like, even scenes, a movie that's 90% dialogue, 95% dialogue,
Yeah.
was gripping and intense, like, even throughout those scenes.
There's scenes of anxiety that you feel in your own
Yeah.
body, or I did at
Mhm.
least. I know
I
some
mean,
people won't, but
Another common theme with Nolan movies I think that's what makes some of those scenes so intense and gripping is obviously the score.
yeah.
He didn't bring Hans back for this one, but it was that Ludwig Göransson.
Ludwig
Who's really good.
Oh, he's good.
So I mean, that's another thing with Nolan is you're going to get one of the best scores of the year,
True.
and
Yeah.
that's what helps make a lot of those scenes so intense is the score, the music ramping up.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I could picture, and I've only seen it once. Connor got the honor of seeing it twice. I can remember 4 scenes where the music was like bringing me in to
Yeah.
the movie, like
Well, the one scene in particular was when
in
it's
the
like
gymnasium.
that, and then a montage where his class is slowly filling up.
Yeah.
That scene's cool. And there's a specific scene I remember I saw twice, and both times I saw it, where he's standing at what's that place called? Los Alamos.
Yeah.
He's just kind of standing there, and he's talking to Matt Damon's character, and the music just ramps up, and it's like right before they're getting ready to go, like it's like right before the final act, third act of the
Yeah.
movie, and it's just ramping everything up, and then all of his scenes in that smaller
That
courtroom.
court scene at the end.
Yeah.
Got me.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm like,
just the score, the performances across the board were just great, and I thought it was probably Nolan's best written film
yeah, I
as
guess.
far as just the dialogue and the script. Maybe it's
And
because
it wasn't as cluttered. Like,
Yeah.
I love the director, but a lot of his movies are cluttered, but in a way that it's supposed to be.
chaotic clutter.
Yeah, this one was just kind of right to it.
The only
Yeah.
the only movie I think you could argue is written better, and it's just because it's so complex, but everything fits is Inception. But
Yeah.
that's probably the only argument you can make.
That's also one of my favorite movies.
Or The
ever.
Dark Knight, which is one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Those are kind of hard to be considered best written, just in case like it's loosely based off comics. I
Yeah,
guess. It's
yeah.
kind of one of those. He wrote it, but it's off of known material.
yeah.
But yeah, I get what
But
you're
this
saying.
movie is so it's just everything about it.
I need your thoughts.
I did have a question actually.
I'm here.
I don't know if it's from where I'm in the front. I was in the front seat.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was in the front row.
Wow. Did you see the movie?
Yes, we did. All the center seats and the rows back were taken. I'm not going to watch it from the side. During the moments where he was having, like, I guess his anxious, his anxiety attacks. Could you feel like the rumbles and stuff like that in your seat?
I did.
Yes.
You did?
That's
Okay.
why I think it was.
I wasn't sure if it's because I was in the front seat or what, but
Imagine this in IMAX. We need an IMAX theater.
I really wanted to see it on was it 70 millimeter film?
Yeah.
70.
Did you see the
I wanted
the
to
picture of the footage for that or whatever? It's like the size of this room.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like what, like 11 or 12 miles long.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like it's just a big circle that would take up this entire room.
My god.
I want to see it in 7mm. That'd be
too.
sweet.
Yeah, there was a theater over in Virginia that was airing it, and me and my buddy Ricky were talking about going to see it there, but never got a chance.
That'd be sick. Honestly, make a little day trip out of it.
Oh
We
yeah.
should. Well,
I mean, if you were going to, this is the movie to do it with.
It'll be out a little. It'll probably be out for a month.
It's at $500 million.
It
Well,
won't. I don't think it'll get to $1 billion. It'll get close. It'll make it.
Nolan
6, 7.
signed a deal to not allow it to go on streaming for
a while.
100 days, I think is what it was.
Nice.
It'll make
So,
about what Inception made, which was like $750.
Yeah, I agree with you.
but
So of his non-comic book films,
Maybe 8. It might. Cross
yeah,
8.
because Inception's one of the highest non-comic book or non-franchise movies to make, almost $1 billion.
I think whenever like where it really pulled me in was right after they finished making the bomb, and all of a sudden you see his perspective flip.
Yeah, he's a psychotic.
You see his perspective flip, and that's when the panic attacks really start to affect the film, especially when he was at that kind of like press conference, sort of, and they had the bleachers.
The gymnasium.
Yeah, was that the gymnasium?
Yeah. And he's watching their face. I didn't say spoilers.
There's going to be spoilers in this.
Well, their faces are peeling off. Like,
yeah,
he's imagining
that part, but it was the screams that they like
Yeah.
slowly peppered in with
it wasn't even
the cheering.
Like, yeah. It was some cheering and like some
It was
screaming.
like one scream, and then I was like, oh, that's going to get good. But yeah, well, I mean, both like you both said, written perfectly, I think.
It's a 3-hour movie that doesn't feel that way.
Yeah,
But that's
exactly.
one of Nolan's things, though, because I've talked about The Dark Knight, which I think is probably the best paced movie ever. It's 240, Inception's 2.5, flies by.
Yeah.
I mean, all of his movies are a little longer than the tooth, but they all fly by.
Yeah.
The only exception I'll make, and you'll both disagree, but I think Interstellar's a little long towards the end. I think it drags on us a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
But I mean,
Best film.
but even at that though,
third best. Yeah.
he's very good at making longer movies fly by.
Yeah.
Now that's why there's just not much wasted time.
I actually felt like Dunkirk was drawn out.
I don't think I was going to say the other one I would probably say was a little drawn out was Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, and I don't like that one as much.
Mm.
But and you're not like all about Batman.
Yeah, I've seen
I think
them all,
Dunkirk's
but
excellent.
I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. I said I think it's one of the ones that drags out.
And I think it's actually one of his shortest, which is
It
crazy
is.
to say. I think it may not even be 2 hours.
Yeah, that's one of those. Dunkirk is one of those movies you just kind of sink into. Like you just got to imagine you're there running with them because most of it's sound.
Yeah.
There's like almost no talking in that movie, but it's what he does best.
Yeah, and the scene where they test the atom bomb. I should say, like every testing scene that they did, I loved the aftershock, like how they rippled that through the theater too.
Yeah.
This like with the sound. I just think the sound design was done beautifully. Yeah, in this film.
How it was silent, which was sick.
Yeah.
And then like that
Mhm.
just woke, like it would just ran through the theater.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think this as
I
far
love
as
that was accurate. Sorry to interrupt.
oh no, you're fine.
the bomb because I hate movies that drop bombs and then it explodes right away. Like,
Yeah.
or you hear everything right away. Like make it a little more accurate if you're gonna do a movie.
So I mean, if you have Nolan, you're gonna expect accuracy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember all jokes running around that he was going to drop a real. Everyone says
I
he
know.
was gonna drop a real bomb.
Well, what did he drop? Because he said he used no CGI.
He said it was practical. I don't know.
It could have been a bomb though. I just
My
not
guess
that
is it
type.
was something smaller, and they just used camera magic to
Yeah,
make it bigger.
Yeah.
he definitely dropped some sort of bomb.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's very well could be it because you can do a tighter focal length and it
Yeah.
makes everything in the back look bigger.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's why he's
Yeah.
here.
Why he's here?
It's possible. I don't know if that's actually
That's
what he did
part
or
of what
not.
they did is dropped a smaller.
Yeah,
Explosion, and
Tannerite
then
probably
made it
because
look
it's
big.
legal or something.
Yeah.
But Tannerite doesn't make
I know,
Fireball.
but they could have added stuff to do that. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, but like every testing scene, they always had that just that delayed
Mhm.
ripple with the sound design, and I out of any film I've seen, I don't think I've seen one that you feel the sound design in.
Yeah. Did you guys notice that one guy puking right afterwards?
I think so.
It's after the gym scene, but after the bomb.
Yeah, what was the?
I think they were going with he was feeling the effects of the bomb already. That's how I took it. Either that, or it was just him imagining some guy puke as part of his anxiety attack.
Yeah.
But like, I just thought that subtle hint because I've watched Chernobyl twice now, the show on HBO.
I haven't seen that yet.
About the explosion back in the day, the nuclear plant. And I mean, it didn't take but an hour after they were exposed to that nuclear waste that they were like getting sick and puking.
Yeah.
Their skin was burning and stuff like that.
Mm.
So that's how I took it, is that guy was puking from the radiation already.
That's because I kind of never didn't really bother me, but I never understood the significance there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a small detail, but like people like me who understand radiation, I guess, it was kind of a cool little Easter egg, I guess it would be an Easter.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that. But this movie's perfection, man.
It is.
I want a second watch. You both are giving it 10s?
Yeah, I give it 100. Yeah. It's
Or
only
100s?
It's only, I mean, if I can go look, see how many I've given that score to, but it's not many. It's the 10th movie I've given 100 to ever.
What is it?
It's only the 10th movie I've ever given 100 to.
10 movies at 100.
Yeah.
We need like the 100 button, like ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, 10. Because this isn't, I mean, we're not doing this list, but this is my 10th of all time. Oppenheimer is. It's the lowest 100 I've given, but it's 100.
I get that. It's definitely taken my spot of favorite movie in the new decade, which would be
Me too.
2020 till now.
I'll give my top 5 later, but
yeah. It's
the first 100 I've given this decade, so
I think I'm there. Just let me get one more watch. I'm a little specific. I'm at 9899.
It's the first 100 I've given since Moonlight. That was 2016.
You and your Moonlight.
I even put this above Parasite, and I love Parasite. I gave Parasite 99.
I know that was actually one I went in. I could add that to our thing we were doing.
It's on mine.
That was one you had me like. I was like, all right, I'll watch it, and then I loved it.
It's on my list, on that list we're gonna do, but it's on one you probably won't expect.
Okay.
Maybe you might expect it.
It may be the one I'm talking about.
No.
No.
Well, because I went into it knowing it was gonna be good.
That's not what I mean.
Oh, okay. Because everyone that I saw about it, we'll stop talking Parasite, but you know it's gonna be good.
Well, Oppenheimer. What are the Oscar?
I mean, I think
Okay, outside of Killian and RDJ, who are your favorite performances? I'll start.
I knew who you were gonna say.
Yeah, I love Josh Hartnett.
He's great in it.
The other professor at the college that he starts with, I think it was a redemption movie for him. He hasn't been in much, and he was supposed to be the Batman back in the day, and that got taken from him, and Nolan brings him in and lets him, I think, is a career rejuvenation for him.
I would say for me, I think Matt Damon's kind of get overlooked in this movie.
I agree. That's because I keep looking over him,
and but it's crazy because he's Matt Damon. He's probably the second. He's probably the biggest name in this movie, honestly.
He is,
other than maybe RDJ.
I guess.
That's it, and Blunt.
Man,
that's it. And I think he's kind of overlooked. I thought he was good, but I was going to go with Benny Safdie. I thought he was great. He was so good.
I'm surprised you don't know who that is. The Safdie brothers. They directed Good Times with Robert Pattinson. They did Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
Okay.
They did those movies.
And I thought for his minimal role, I like Casey Affleck in it.
Yeah.
But then I really liked I don't know his last name, but the guy that played Solo, Aldrin, like Enrich or something. It's something weird, but he played Solo.
Alden Ardenrich.
He was great.
The German guy.
Yeah, he was great.
He played a good role.
And then I'll tell you probably the most underrated performance in the movie. I don't think he's gonna get looked at, but I would probably nominate for Best Supporting Actor, Jason Clarke.
Yeah, I just hate his character.
Yeah,
but that's what you're supposed to.
He was so good in that role.
Yeah,
he was so good.
He's in so many movies that you don't. the lawyer that's grilling him.
He's like that meme that he's in every movie, but you don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's that guy.
He's really good at it. I mean, I think
Kind
he's
of
great.
like what's his name from Warrior, Joel Edgerton.
Yeah,
he's in everything, but like no
dude that directed and was in Insidious.
Yeah,
Patrick Wilson. But I would say for me, the best performance outside of those two, and if you say Josh Hartnett, it's probably Benny Safdie.
Okay.
And Matt Damon. Matt Damon will get nominated because he's Matt Damon.
He's Matt Damon.
I think
Matt Damon.
I'll get at it later, but I mean, I'll talk about it here in a minute because we'll talk about his Oscar chances. But I think it could get 12 Oscar nominations.
Jesus.
And 12 categories, not 12 total. I think it'll get more than 12.
Speaking of, do you think Barbie gets anything other than?
Yeah, it'll probably win production design.
Yeah.
Production design will get a nomination, and I could see it getting a screenplay nomination.
Screenplay makes sense.
And then I think, like I said, I think one supporting, maybe at least one acting nod probably, and then a few maybe the costume, makeup.
Okay.
So probably 5 or 6 nominations.
Yeah, probably a lot of the.
It'll win. If it don't win, assuming what comes out the rest of the year, but it should a lock to win production design.
Okay.
Just because, like you said, the dollhouse look and all that.
It was nifty.
But it'll probably get that, Gosling, screenplay, and a couple editing.
Who was your actor that?
Oh, Matt Damon.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He did kill it though. He's so good. I just like, okay, it's Matt Damon being Matt Damon.
Dane DeHaan was good too. So I'm just gonna list what I think the nominations is gonna get. But like you kind of made a joke, but you should probably list the ones it won't get.
Yeah, you should probably list those because it's gonna get all of them, but maybe 1 or 2.
I mean, best picture nomination,
Easy.
best director. It won't get best actors because there's no leads.
Yeah, Emily.
It'll get supporting actors for Emily Blunt, Killian for best actor, and then I think RDJ and Damon are locks for supporting actor.
Josh Hartnett.
Hartnett's a maybe.
Or Softy.
Safdie could too. Cinematography, absolutely. Editing, adaptive screenplay, absolutely. Probably not production design though.
No, because it was just.
Barbie's gonna win that one.
Yeah, I think so. No makeup.
Yeah, visual effects, I'd say yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Score, absolutely. Probably should win that. Sound, absolutely. I mean, yeah.
What do you guys think of those cutscenes? I'm sure you're all about them. Whereas,
what
just
about
like the fire?
Quick question, real quick. What about costume design? Because sometimes you get a weird movie in there that has like it's a throwback movie, and because they're so accurate with what they're wearing,
I ain't winning that.
say because Babylon got it last year.
I know. I think Barbie wins it, or
no, I'm saying it'll get. I'm not saying it's going to win all these.
I don't think it even gets nominated for costumes.
I think it'll win.
That's not what he's going for.
Yeah, I think it's going to win 10 Oscars.
10 of 16.
Yeah. Well, no, probably not 10. It'll get nominated for 10. It'll win
8.
It'll win picture.
Supporting.
It'll win supporting.
I think lead.
It'll win lead.
Unless something else comes
It'll win
out.
sound. It'll win score. It'll win cinematography. And maybe
Who
it'll
did the cinematography, Cam?
Your boy Hoyt.
Boyd Hoyt?
Your boy Hoyt.
Oh.
What's his last name? Hoytema? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah.
Man.
He did the Batman, didn't he?
Probably.
It was like Hoyt Van Hoytem, something like that.
Yeah.
I think he did the Batman.
He does a lot of the pretty ones.
Yeah, because it's him.
Well, he did Up, didn't he? Or not Up? Jesus. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he did. I knew he did the movie last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nope had great cinematography.
He did. And it won, didn't it?
No, it didn't even get nominated.
What?
Jordan Peele movies other than Get Out don't get nominated.
Of course.
Why?
Because he does borderline horror.
Borderline.
Even though Nope wasn't even a horror movie.
Yeah.
Those are the good ones, though.
Yeah, that's how we
That's how we
feel
feel
about
about
Oppenheimer.
I mean, dude, so good.
I go out and see both these movies, so I think they're both worth a watch.
A lot of you probably already have though, because the money they're making.
By the time this comes out, everybody's gonna be have seen most of this stuff. But this is fun to do, so this is why we're doing it.
Yeah.
And for those that don't,
And if you're like me, you like to watch reviews sometimes after you watch the movie.
yeah. So Connor's gonna Connor, and if you're like him, you're gonna do it too.
Yeah, go right ahead.
But Connor'd like to do a so 2020 to 2023 favorite movies, top 5. Yeah.
I'll give these real quick because in the next episode we're doing our top 10 of the year so far.
Of the year, yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I'll give
this
my
is all in the same
This is
episode?
still the same.
Okay.
real quick. I'll give them to you. That's my top 5 of the decade so far. So at 5's Coda.
5. Okay.
Movie we both love.
I love it.
Have you seen that yet?
On Apple?
Definitely check it out. It's so good.
Okay. CODA.
Yeah.
It's basically, what is it called?
It's like
acronym.
It's Child of Deaf Adults.
Yeah.
But it's like a movie. It's like a high school girl drama but her parents are deaf and her brother's deaf.
That's in one of the categories.
Me too, I think.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
My 4 is The Batman.
The Batman.
Watched it twice at home since I've seen it in theaters twice, and it's just as good.
Yeah.
I've knocked it down 1 point since my first watch, but I mean, that's just because I do think it's a little long. But I mean, it's so good. Second best Batman movie ever, I think. So good. 3 is Judas and the Black Messiah.
That's high.
As far as, I mean, I'm going off quality here.
Yeah.
Like, I would take the Batman over
Mine are too, bro.
to rewatch it. But this movie's got probably the second best performance of the decade so far from Daniel Kaluuya. That's my guy.
He's underrated still.
He's still underrated, and he's so good. This movie, it's a deep, dark story.
Loved him in Spider-Verse.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is really good. Definitely check it out. It's a hard watch. Probably only watch it once, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Then my 2, which is a movie from last year, is Top Gun Maverick. So good and big surprise. Didn't think I was gonna like a movie like this that much, especially first one's just fine.
Yeah.
But this movie, it's basically a perfect movie. Really no issues with it. So entertaining and another great theater experience. But number 1, we just talked about it for like 15 minutes, is Oppenheimer. It's the best movie of the decade so far. It's in my top 10 movies of all time. So, I mean, really not much to say. The world. Yeah.
Do you have a 5 of the last 3 years?
You go ahead and do yours, and I'll think of some really quick.
I don't think mine are going to be in yours. I have a double 5.
I had 2 honorable mentions, but I didn't mention them because they'll be in the top 10 of this year.
Okay, of this year. These aren't this year, so
I left them out.
I have a double 5. I have Dune, which I still think is one of the greatest like sci-fi movies.
I haven't seen it yet, so
in the last 10 years. It is what it is.
I know it's good, and it's Denis. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I loved it. Just everybody bitched about it because it was kind of slow, but it was definitely a part 1. And if you go into it knowing that, just like the new Spider-Verse, a lot of people didn't know it was a part 1.
Freaking good though.
Yeah, it was. Just like this. This was all a setup, but if you really think about it, it's up there. So Dune is tied for 5 with, shocker, Banshees of Inisherin.
I need to check that out too.
I love this movie so much for no reason.
I know I love it.
Yeah, that's the point though. I went into this like the plot of this movie is one guy just stops being friends with another guy, and they're on this little Irish island, or excuse me for the country. I don't know what country it's in. I think Scottish, maybe. They're literally just, the guy says, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And then things ensue from that. And it's just a spiral of how these, like, I guess the woes of men. I don't know. But it was super gripping. The story is great. At 4, I got King Richard. I still love that movie.
I do too. That's in my top 10 of the decade so far.
Yeah.
This is not in top 5.
It's my 4. I love Will Smith, minus all controversy. I don't care. I love true stories, apparently, because that's what all this is, mostly. At 3, I got Top Gun Maverick. Amazing movie.
Great.
Went in shock because I thought first Top Gun was just average. At 2, I got Coda, CODA. Is a movie about a girl with deaf parents and a deaf brother, and she has to live through life, and it was an emotionally impactful movie. Still think it's one of the best in the last few years.
Deserving Best Picture winner too, by the way.
One
of the few.
Yeah, right. The last few,
probably only 2019 we'll agree with.
And
then number 1, I got Oppenheimer at the moment. It's a 9.9. I'm a dickhead and don't put anything at 10 right away. So, but it's probably 1.
We need we need to just get a 100 neon light that we can flip on whenever we have a
ding 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 ding. Yeah, we're not going to use it often because
we'll just flip it on.
That's the first one I've used in 7 years.
Yeah,
I mean, I've given movies 100 because I've watched them recently, but as far as the year they came out, Moonlight was the last one I gave 100 to. Parasite I probably could, but I'm being like Cody. I've only seen it once, so.
Yeah. I've watched it twice now, and you told me to watch it.
I'll watch it again sometime.
It's good. I met my wife watch it.
So
I watched it, and then I had my wife.
I try to get Haley to watch it, but I feel like some people don't want to watch movies with subtitles.
Yes.
But, oh, dude, so good. Have you watched it?
Which movie?
Parasite?
No.
I feel like we talk about Parasite every episode because of how good it is.
It is good.
It's so good.
It's funny, it's engaging, and
Dark is
it's dark.
like really dark.
Like that hidden dark where you're like,
Comes out of nowhere.
that's depressing.
It's
And
a dark-
I've been wanting to watch it. I just haven't.
It's not really
Yeah.
a dark comedy. It's just it basically like frame by frame is different genre.
yeah. But you got 5?
No, I don't have 5. I
That's
couldn't
all right,
think of any
buddy.
right now.
That's okay.
I forgot we were doing 5.
All right, well, we're gonna finish up this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll be back. I promise.
Promise.
I love you.
He loves you. Connor, you want to send us off?
Yeah. Thanks for, like I said, checking us out. Shout us out. Share us on social media. You know, when we post, we try to post on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram. So go share our stuff. We love movies.
Give us thoughts. Give us opinions.
Yeah.
Help us change to make it more entertaining. If
Should we do segments or something? You
Yeah.
know, instead of doing straight, just let us know. You know, we love movies and we love you guys. So
yeah.
till next time.
Later.
Bye.